Yes, yes. Welcome back to the Bad Guys podcast. I'm your host, King Walker, and we are back late Monday night. Didn't think I would return back to back days. This Sunday night episode last night. Go check that out. Shedeur's first game. Um, if you see the title, we're going to get to Shedeur's second game at some point in this episode. If you see the title, you see Chauncey Billups. We're going to get to that at some point in the NBA gambling scandal. This nigga's pleading guilty. All right, cool. So this nigga's pleading guilty. But anyway, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing to the Bad Guys podcast on every platform. That's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That Facebook is popping. Twitter. Twitter, I'm working on that, but we getting there. But everything else is going, like I said, wherever you listen to, Spotify, Pandora, was it Apple Music? Yeah. All that good stuff. Make sure you are liking and subscribing. Type in that Bad Guys Pod on every platform. I promise you'll pop up. I check myself personally. Check myself. Anyway, on to the show. On to the show. Breaking news is what you guys wanted, and that's what you guys get. Me personally, not me. You would probably call me a hater. I don't think he's that good, but this is what you guys wanted. Shedeur Sanders is finally starting another game. I feel like you guys are getting what you want for the rest of the season. For the rest of the season, this is your guy. This is the guy you want. This is the guy you're gonna get. Um, I've been on record saying don't think he's all that good, but I'm not gonna lie. I was impressed on Sunday, just a little bit. Um, and he has earned another start. Breaking news: the Browns are naming Shedeur Sanders as their starter QB this week versus the 49ers, according to head coach Kevin Stefanski. Dylan Gabriel has cleared concussion protocol. So that means the guy they want is ready to play, and they're still going to push Shedeur in. So against the 49ers that just what was it? Against the 49ers that just whooped on the Carolina Panthers 20-9. I think it was 20. Still 29? Yeah, 29. Whooped on the Carolina Panthers 20-9. And this is not the Raiders this week. Same division, right? No, not a different division. Not the Raiders this week, but still, like, no. It's a better team. We'll see what happens. I'm not gonna say no. He's definitely possibly another possible winnable game. A better team, but a winnable game. Um, he's confident. He's confident.
Everybody could analyze, everybody could say everything from sideline. You could watch TV, everything. You could be, you could talk on TV, whatever you want to do. But until you get out there and you do it, then it's different. Going out there, with, only practice with $100 and everything, like, that's different. It's a lot of vet quarterbacks, that had their time and everything that were backups and was able to get thrown in the game and be all right. But I don't think they was like that in their rookie year. That's a difference. Like that's different, and I'm thankful for that experience because that helped me get to where I am today. That helped me go into the game very comfortable, knowing that they got a great defense with the Ravens, knowing the different looks, how they could be confusing to the naked eye. Um, but that's why during the game I was smiling so much because I'm like, oh yeah, if this what it is, I know I'm gonna be able to accept that challenge and move forward one day and be able to have success. So that's the mentality I went with going and prepping for this week.
I mean, you gotta respect the confidence, man. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta respect the confidence. Like I said, Shedeur Sanders has been named the starter for this week on the 49ers. I think it's a Sunday. We will see how he does. Like I said, and his teammates is behind him. His teammates is behind him. The best player on the team is behind you. Offense or defense. He's the best player on the team. I don't care what anyone says about the guy being a rookie. Every time Shadeur's on the field, he's making us better. He's got the heart of a leader, and I'll go to battle with him any day. we're ready to win. That's Myles Garrett. This motherfucker's out here getting 4 sacks a game. I mean, he's an expert. He would know, right? Yeah, Myles Garrett, he getting 4 sacks. He got like 13 sacks in the last 4 games. So I mean, if he wants it and he's saying it energizes the team, why not put him in? My thing is why hasn't he been in? I will say that he's better than what we've seen. So what's taking so long? And I don't think this AFC North is over yet. I don't think it's quite over in the AFC North. 6-5, 6-5, 3-8, 3-8. Now you can sit here and say the Bengals are done, and I've heard Joe Burrow's coming back this week. You can say the Browns are done, but who are the Steelers and who are the Ravens? I don't think the Ravens are. I don't think they are who they were last year, and I don't think they're good enough to just, hey, yeah, they got it. No, no, no. They're gonna have to work for this one. They're gonna have to work for this one. It's 6-5, 6-5. I'm pretty sure Aaron Rodgers will be back next week, but we'll see. Like I said, you got y'all boy Shedeur, and then y'all love Joe Burrow so much. So this could be interesting in the last couple of weeks. What's week 12, week 13? We'll see. We'll see. Oh man, I'm scrolling before we get off this football. We might have some more football. But before we get off the Browns, I seen Jason. You seen Jason Whitlock's Twitter X? This fat nigga's off the brown nose. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a bandwagon. Everybody's on it. I mean, I'm not. Y'all do y'all. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see this season, next season too. It's not over. We got a whole next season of this. No matter what happens to Shador, he'll be this will all be going on next season too. So he ain't going nowhere no time soon. So good or bad. See this. You see Cam Newton talking crazy about Jimmy Clausen because he wanted that number 2 jersey when he was drafted. Jimmy Clausen was talking crazy though.
But how you solidify the number though? Number 1.
I didn't even want number 1. Man, Jimmy Clausen, we cool now. Jimbo. He's like, shit, if you want it, you gotta pay for it. I was like, cool, how much? He said $1 million. I said, boy, kiss my ass, boy. I said $1 million, bro. I said, bro, people don't make $1 million in a lifetime, let alone I'm gonna give you $1 million just for a fucking number, bro. So I thought he was playing. The motherfucker comes back and said, okay, bro, I talked to my people. We'll do it for $750,000. I said, oh, you for real? I hung that phone up. True story. Hung that phone up. I called the equipment man. I said, I'm rocking with number 1. I made an oath to myself. I said, that will be the last time Jimmy Clausen will ever be heard of in Carolina.
But how you started 2? You always had 2?
Hey man. Jimmy Clausen tried to pull a fast one on Cam. I would have took that as disrespect. Yeah, $1 million for a number. White boy, you out your mind. You ain't even good. Folks don't even know who you are, especially now. I do, but yeah, I ain't seen your whole ass since then. Actually, good job, Cam. Get that whole ass out of here. All right. Before we get to Chauncey, now 2 of my favorite women in sports have been, I call them slander videos. They've been going back and forth with slander videos for the last couple months. Laila Ali and Clarissa Shields. So Clarissa Shields, now if you want to see the slander videos, you go ahead and go back to the previous episodes, Bad Guys Podcast, like and subscribe. Now, but Clarissa Shield goes on Uncle Shay Shay's podcast, still talking crazy about Layla.
Jake Paul is younger than me.
Yeah,
I'm 30. What is he, 27?
27.
Yeah,
That sounds about right.
somewhere in there. So
Mike Tyson's almost
58.
60. I think he's almost 60. Yeah.
Yeah, so with
58
that age gap, when I hear them talk about me versus Layla, I'd be like, hell, we closer in age than they was.
Yes. True.
I loved her. You know what I'm saying? And I had her number in my phone as Big Sis Layla. So it's like now, at this point, I'm 30 years old now. I think this beef's been going on since I was 23, 24.
Yeah, I think it's time to put it to bed. Y'all ain't gonna fight.
Well, listen, I'm cool with that. I got bigger fish to fry who's actually active, who actually want to get in the ring. I don't really care about a fight with me and her. I just called her bluff when she said the 15 million. I just made sure that we had it, and I said, hey, we got it. What's up? Listen, I ain't got nothing against her, man. I don't. I just don't think that she can beat me in a fight. And she thinks that she can. And ain't never gonna be able to happen.
That's Code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize.
Yeah, and I like Clarissa Shields. Like I said, Clarissa Shields, she's nice. She's one of the greatest. But if I had to put my money on it, I'm putting my money on that old nigga. that old Ali nigga. I would like to see the fight, but she is 47 years old. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I mean, like I said, if she did, I'm still putting my money on her. I don't know how confident I'd be. Like I said, I like the whole Clarissa Shields thing. I like the whole Papoose and Clarissa Shields thing. I think we should see more of that instead of Krishan and Blueface. But it is what it is. Like I said, if they do fight, it'd be nice. It'd be real nice. But it is what it is. All right. On to the big fish. The mob boss gambling Chauncey Billups, poker playing Portland Trailblazers, Chauncey Billups. Coach Chauncey Billups pleaded not guilty on Monday to charges of he profited from rigged poker games involving several mafia figures and at least one other former NBA player. Is he snitching? Is he gonna is he telling? Is, he, is this nigga telling? Because he's still Portland Trailblazers coach. They have not got completely rid of him yet. They have not got completely rid of him yet, but he out here sitting with mob bosses, and we still don't know the name of these mob bosses. We really don't. Now, I got the video. Don't even worry. Don't worry. I got it.
Side of the federal courthouse in Brooklyn, the Eastern District of New York, where all 31 defendants in the Operation Royal Flush case, that's the mob rigged poker game with the NBA players, that was today. All 31 defendants showed up for a status conference hearing, and Chauncey Billups showed up for the status conference and also to be arraigned and post a $5 million bond with his attorney, Mark Mukasey. And he put up his Colorado house for this $5 million bond. I was shocked. I mean, Damon Jones, I think his bond was like $200,000 or something like that. But yes, all 31 defendants showed up. They were sitting.
Listen, this nigga put up his house, and we still don't know mafia name or nothing. This nigga done put up his house. They done gave him a $5 million bond. They let Damon Jones go away with 200. Listen.
Sitting in 2 full rows of court. It was a beautiful courtroom. It was huge with their attorneys. And essentially, there was almost a roll call of sorts when they were filing their appearances. Judge Reyes just basically called the names of their attorney and the defendants, and they would just sort of stand up and say, present, Your Honor. And at the front tables, obviously one side was Chauncey Billups and his team, and the other side was the incarcerated defendants, which who are Tommy Gilardi and Angelo Ruggiero. Sorry, that could be Tommy Gilardo. I might have written that down. I don't have the indictment in front of me, so please forgive me. But yeah, so pretty uneventful. But I think what is very clear is that this case, it was now designated complex by the judge, and there is going to be voluminous discovery at this point. So the government said that they have filed for a protective order for a lot of the evidence of what they have and what they're going to put forth in discovery, which includes, they said, surveillance footage, bank records, cell data, phone calls, all sorts of stuff. And he said it's almost 1 terabyte at this point. So that's a lot of evidence. And I think because of this and because it's now designated a complex case, the government moved to exclude time between now and the next hearing, which is not until March. And there were no objections to this, of course, because it's now a complex case. But you could see that Tommy Gilardo, was sitting there in his MDC uniform, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, exclusion of time up until March. That sucks." You could just tell that's what he was thinking. Curtis Meeks, his attorney, kind of got up and said, we want, he kind of said, we're going to file a motion to just basically get this case dropped because we don't even think that he's being prosecuted in the right venue, the Eastern District. He lives in Texas. All this went down in Texas. So I guess we'll look out for that. There also was an argument about logistics, and the government said for purely logistical reasons, they wanted to separate the defendants into 3 groups just to make things easier. And there a handful of lawyers, defense lawyers, they strongly objected to that. It was Gerard Maroney was one of them, who's Matthew Didino's lawyer, and one other lawyer. I'm blanking on her name, but I will have it later when I do a write-up for LAMag.com. They strongly objected, and they just said, it's not really fair. We don't want to have to scramble for transcripts to see what happened in the last hearing. We don't think that's right. And the judge ultimately agreed for now and said, okay, we will keep everybody, together for now in hopes of getting this courtroom. But, we can't confirm or promise that will happen. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, there's just a lot of logistics to work through because there's so many defendants in this case. And Chauncey Billups, just to give you guys a sort of a description of him, he was with his daughters and his wife, obviously his attorneys. He appeared very relaxed
No,
almost.
nigga, keep the
He
family
was
at
in a
home.
really
Look
nice
how
suit,
that
a
move.
really nice gray tweed suit with a white shirt. He just didn't seem worried. I will show a video of him walking out of court, getting completely mobbed. But no, his lawyers didn't speak. He didn't speak. So yeah. So I will be following this case, of course, and I will have a write up for everybody later today on LAMag.com.